Hello everyone. In today's video, I will be discussing about the unmatched applicants. I recently came across a motivational quote and I would start by sharing that. So the motivational quote is, "My superpower is that I never give up." Yes, trust me that if all the unmatched applicants, if their circumstances allow, I would encourage you to apply again. What are some of the steps that you all can take that can eventually lead you to success? So, first of all, I would like to mention that you have to take a step back and reflect that what actually happened. You have to acknowledge that it is a big thing. You cannot just shrug it off and say, oh, yeah, it's fine, I did not match. You have to first acknowledge that yes, it is something, it's a huge thing that has happened, and it's okay. It's okay to feel that way. If you acknowledge it, then you will be able to reflect upon what could have gone wrong and what could have you done better. So the first step, acknowledgement and reflection. Then second step would be to work on the things that after reflection what you have found out that these are maybe some of the things in my application that I can work on. So it varies from person to person, applicant to applicant. uh, we can just start with, let's say that usmle step 3. If you have not taken it, and if again you have a valid US visa, you have time, financial resources, that would be something that after prep I will encourage you to do. Now what it helps is that if I'm a program director and I see that an IMG has taken step 3, passed it, then I would not be worried that IMG specific when he or she becomes my resident. Then they need to still take that step 3, because in some cases, due to the internal pressure or other unforeseeable circumstances, people do fail. So we have to be mindful about that. So if you can afford it and you the circumstances allow you, that would be the first thing. Now, if your CV has good US clinical letters from some reputable institutions, major metropolitan city hospitals, and you have at least 3 or 4 of them, and all of them are waived, then what I would recommend is that either you get a clinical rotation at a place that does offer a residency, so that would allow you to rotate with the residents, maybe some faculty members who, when you apply, can vouch for you. So that is an option. Otherwise, I would say that you can look into research opportunities. Again, there are different forms of research that you can do, starting from remote research opportunity, doing research with someone in your home country, remotely doing it with the attendings or residents in US. If again circumstances allow you, you could always try to get a volunteer research position in US, or the highest form of it would be a postdoc research position. So what postdoc research position would allow you, if it's paid, of course, it would help you financially, but also even if you, by the time you apply, you have not submitted a lot of abstracts, it's a big thing that you're working in a postdoc position. So it means they know that you know the basics of research, you know the programming and stuff like that. Now in terms of research, what other things you can do is you can work on your manuscript writing. You can get some data, work on them. If there are free resources, as I have mentioned in my the 2 podcasts with postdoc fellows about the postdoc research fellowships, you can try to learn R, Python, and stuff like that. You can even try to learn about these artificial intelligence stuff, the Chat GPT, even the new one, Google Gemini, because down the line they might be very handy. So If your CV has a lot of research and it does not have a good US clinical experience, then you should try to get that. Try to get, again, depending upon what circumstances allow you, try to get it in a hospital that has residency or a reputable hospital. If you can ideally get hands on, you can always try for that. One other thing which I would like to mention is, a lot of people have asked me, because a lot of applicants from certain countries, they have not been able to. So what you can do, there are multiple attendings in all, most of the countries, not all the countries, that have actually gotten their training from US, and now they're practicing in their home countries. I know a lot of such people in Pakistan. So try to rotate with them, try to work with them, because if they can write a good waived, personalized letter of recommendation, that actually can be helpful. Home country residency, if you can, that also can be helpful. So try to work on these things. Now the next step would be, start working on your personal statement. If you feel after reviewing it, you can send it to your mentors, ask for feedback, ask for honest feedback, not the sugar coated one. Okay. And if you feel and they feel that there are some things you can improve, start working on it right away. So you may have to revise it like for 50 times, but it's okay. Start working on it. Then again, the ERA CV, that should be errorless in terms of no spelling mistake, no tense mistake. Grammarly is a free resource. You could always run it through that. Uh, then the next step would be mock interviews. So if you feel that you have not done well in the interviews, start preparing for mock interviews. Again, try to reach out to your mentors, request them to spare some time and start working on it uh, months before the actual match process. Okay, because that, again, the practice makes a man perfect. The last thing which I would like to mention, which is very important, is networking. Networking could be of certain types. One is, right now these days, social media networking, where you can have a good presence on Twitter, X, formerly known as Twitter, LinkedIn, even Facebook. Try to participate in healthy discussions. Let's say you want to apply for psych, follow some accounts, some attending, some program directors who are active on social media platforms, or researchers who shows research. Try to comment there in a positive way. Don't comment just for the sake of comment. So try to network from social media forums. If, again, you have a visa, resources, you could always try to attend the American Psychiatric Association for psychiatry, and again, all the other fields have their annual conferences. If you can, try to submit a proposal for a poster, oral presentation, scientific session. So these things can really help in the networking. Also try to reach out to your med school alumni network. For if you are Pakistani, Apna YPC is a very good resource, Papana specifically for psychiatry, and same, other countries have their own country alumni. So these are some of the things that you should start work on. So you should start working on those things. Again, the most important thing is that if you will be applying, and if you don't make any changes to your application, do not add anything, then again, the possibility is that you might not get more interviews, or you might not be able to succeed. So you have to make some meaningful changes. Okay. Thanks a lot. Best of luck.